death! Give them hell!
Good evening, ladies and gents. So I'm back with another Conquerors Blade video, and this time around we're going to be looking at some very interesting stuff which has come to light today. So Season 7, very fast approaching its end with only a few days left, and all the seasonal triumphs and rewards have just been announced, what we will all be receiving on the 17th of June in 3 days time. If you have not seen those yet, that is an official news article. I will leave a link down in the description box below for you. It will tell you how much triumphs you get and then what you can actually spend them on the 17th, so in 3 days time, which is pretty much officially the end of Season 7. We will then have a gap between Season 7 and Season 8, and that gap will probably be a couple of weeks, I would say. At this point there's no official announcement yet of that time between, but I think 2 to 3 weeks, because the turnaround from Season 6 to Season 7 was so fast. And I think because they have the global tournament running from the 16th as well, I think they're going to need a bit of time to actually sort that out properly, make sure that's done properly, and they're not going to have the time to actually fix anything which Season 8 may break, which is often the case. But Season 8, I've also already done, like I said last night, a Season 8 prediction video. Just going to flash that on screen very quickly for you again. We'll leave a link down in the description box below for you again as well. Definitely go back, have a look at that and see my predictions for the next season. However, those predictions are going to be slightly changing somewhat. I'm not going to go into my predictions in this video. I am just going to be going into a couple of potential leaks which have actually surfaced on Reddit the last few days, and which I was sent today, which I'm very, very grateful for. Now, these leaks are in Chinese. My Chinese is not the best, so I'm going to try my best to actually translate these using Google Translate, and we'll see what we get from there. So the first picture I'm flashing up right now shows 3 different kind of unit models for what looks like to be a form of staff wielding monk class. Anything staff wielding, I am all over. I love staffs in games, and I am definitely going to be using these guys. These are apparently coming back and translating as a tier 3 staff wielding unit. They have a bit of a Shaolin monk kind of vibe to them, and actually from what the translations are saying, it looks like it's going to be quite an interesting unit. Now, take everything with a pinch of salt. These leaks may be totally wrong anyway, but the translations which are going to be coming back are very... they're not great, but we can kind of gather what we can from them. So, 3-star unit, Shaolin staff monks. Obviously, monks with staffs go around hitting people with sticks. They are the forefathers of soldiers. They're the first staff unit in the game. Now, apparently, one of the translations is coming back as merciful. Now, I believe, looking at it, this is probably going to be one of their traits, and it is saying accurate strikes to enemies' weak points, does not kill. Very interesting. If this unit is not actually killing anything else, but it is just up stunning them, causing a lot of CC effects, it's going to be quite interesting, because actually this unit is going to have to be played in conjunction with other units to actually score those kills. I'm really interested by this. If this unit is just all about the stuns and the crowd control effects and everything like that, this is going to change the game massively, because if you have a load of these units running about and they're going around whacking everyone with sticks and causing a lot of stun on units and heroes, that is going to change the dynamics of this game huge. It's going to be really, really interesting to see. The last translation on this page says positional. High defense, great control, high mobility. So they should have good movement speed. They should have very high defenses, especially for a tier 3 unit. And great control, not entirely sure what that means, but I'm going to be very interested to see what that does potentially mean. Now, moving on to the second picture. The second picture is showing part of the map, and it looks like east of the Maoyang and the I forget their name, Lingyong region, the 2 regions which are currently out of the game at the minute. It looks quite interesting because the very top white box is actually covering Maoyang by about half of the region. The blue box is covering part of Maoyang and Lingyang as well by, again, half of the region. Green box is totally new and it looks like a very mountainous desert area, and the yellow box is looking like just a kind of mountainy, grassy kind of area. I'm not sure what to make of this. This is going to be very, very interesting. If they are opening up a bigger part of the map, a more significant part of the map, especially with the two regions which have been locked off for the past 2 seasons as well. I did say that they have probably been working on these quite significantly. This would actually very highly play into that. You don't lock regions off for no reason in a game. They must have been doing some work to them, and the fact they've been locked off for such a lengthy amount of time now, this picture may explain the reasons why they look like they may have gone through a total revamp, a total redesign, and it looks like the implementation of new parts of the map as well. This is going to be a really interesting thing to see if this proves to be true. Looking at the last picture, this looks like a very grand kind of Chinese orientated city. This may be one of the new capitals. If we are getting a new capital, that's probably what I would be putting my money on right at this moment. I'm very intrigued. Because this map looks absolutely huge. It has grand streets in it. It has a lot of different features and big buildings, and it has that big kind of fortress building, castle type building right at the background of the picture. It'll be very interesting to see if this does become one of the new capitals in possibly one of the new regions possibly coming into the game. Please do take everything in this video with a total pinch of salt. All these are leaks. Sometimes leaks prove to be true, sometimes leaks prove to be totally out there, but all of this is kind of playing into that kind of prediction of we're going to be getting Eastern factions in Season 8. That is kind of where I'm going with it now. I'm going to change from just saying outright samurai, but more just Eastern style, Eastern orientated factions. Would really play into the whole kind of reasons why they've had the Eastern regions locked off for so long, and those Shaolin monk kind of units as well. So I've actually had a bit of a research after looking up these leaks to try and see if I could figure out any of the other kind of units that may possibly be coming to the game. But unfortunately I've not really been able to discover anything. I'm going to keep trying in the next few days, see if I can actually unearth anything in terms of possible extra units we'll be getting, but at this point doesn't look likely. But these 3 pictures are very cool, very good things to go on at the minute, and that translation of those kind of the translation of the words on the pictures as well, although not the best translations, does give us a little bit of something to go on as well. Do you think these leaks are true then? Do you think these leaks are going to be real? Do you think these leaks, however, could just be totally out there and absolute BS? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, folks, hit that share button, share this video around to each and every single person you think is going to be interested in what potentially could be coming up in Season 8. Hit that like button, hit that sub button, and as always, folks, I hope to catch you out on the battlefield.